I'm betting that the crypto market is going to continue to move up, and here are the reasons why. On a macro view, blockchain, AI, it's the future. Unless we become some type of Neanderthal or like, God forbid, there's some nuclear holocaust where we lose all technology, digitization is the future, and I think AI and blockchain are going to continue to grow. So that's my bet for a long-term perspective. Short term, and when I say short term, I mean basically 2025. I think the bull market has another leg up. I say this in every video because I'm betting that the Trump administration, regardless of whether anybody thinks or even I agree with the Trump administration or not, that doesn't matter. I'm betting that the Trump administration does not want the United States to go through recession. And I bet you that they're going to make big trade deals. And I think they're coming down the pipeline very soon. Most likely the first one is going to be India, and the signature is going to be signed on that. And then there will be others. And then a report even just came out today that China is considering talking with the United States. And quite frankly, we know that governments have back channels with each other. Nobody can convince me otherwise that the United States and China don't have back channels and they're actually talking with each other, but yet they're posturing, public facing, saying like, oh, well, we're not negotiating. And Trump's saying, well, I think we got good deals. And China's saying, oh, well, I don't think we're negotiating. That's all just like professional wrestling posturing, in my humble opinion, because I know that they're elves, or when I say elves, I mean the people that work under them, right? Like if you think of Xi and Donald Trump as Santa Claus, they all have elves underneath them talking to each other and working things out. That's my humble opinion. A weird analogy, but that's basically my 2 cents on the matter. So long story short, I think trade deals are going to get negotiated. I do think that we are going to avoid recession, and I think the market is going to rip and roar. And even if we were to go into recession, I still think Bitcoin would be a good strategic store of value. And I think other altcoins, who knows how they would fare, because most people see that as a risk on asset. And a lot of companies see Bitcoin as a risk on asset. But at least for Bitcoin, I think people are starting to see that maybe it is an inflation hedge. And maybe it's, even though the vast majority of them look at it as a risk on asset, I think some people are saying, you know what, maybe this is a risk off asset, kind of like gold. So let's see what the future holds. But in the end, I don't think we're going to go down that path. I think a recession is going to be avoided. I'm betting that trade deals are going to get negotiated, which is going to give the market more confidence. And I think we're going to continue to move upward. And you know what? Bitcoin and alts have been holding steadily during all this turmoil with the recession and tariff fears. It's been holding way better than the stock market. And you know what? When Bitcoin was in the 70,000s, I'm not bragging. I wasn't like putting a ton of money into it because I need cash to live. But you know what? I was buying, and I got to enjoy that increase. So time in the market, in my opinion, always beats trying to time the market, unless you're some sort of guru or trading guru. So basically, yeah, I'm betting long-term on the future. You don't have to bet long-term on crypto. That's totally fine. The vast majority of people I talk to when the conversation does come up, they don't really believe in crypto. But I can guarantee you, just like the 2021 bull run, when Bitcoin is well over 100,000, it's probably like within the 150,000s or more, it's going to be breaking news when altcoins, especially blue chip altcoins, are breaking new all-time highs, and then we have some memes that are going crazy. It's going to be all over the news, guaranteed. Just like 2021, you're going to be having friends being like, oh man, how can I make a quick buck? And all those people, they're going to be gambling way more than the people that have been going into crypto when it hasn't been being talked about all the time, and when they're looking at the fundamentals and when things are quiet. So that's just how the world works. The stock market works the same way. Investments in general work that way, in my humble opinion. I'm just a dude on the internet. I can't give you financial advice, but I think this is just kind of common sense if you look at history, right? This is how markets work. So still bullish, and yeah, things are looking okay.